Okay, we're gonna try this again. Technology's being super glitchy today, you guys. So let me see if I can just set this up here. If you're joining, give me some hearts and likes. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And we're gonna see how this goes. And let's pray to the Dharma Talk Tuesday gods that it goes well. Okay, here we go. All right. Don't underestimate the power of one small shift. That is today's topic. And the reason this is exciting is because we live in a society right now where we expect things to be done yesterday. There's an expectation that we have and on us of impatience. We've lost our relationship and our sensitivity to the power of a small patient shift, and then how that can aggregate and compound into a much bigger, more powerful, tangible, measurable result. And what is happening? Oh my gosh, you guys, technology. Here we go. Okay. And so I'm going to keep this as quick as possible because I don't think technology is on my side right now. This is literally my third time doing this Dharma Talk Tuesday, and it's been so glitchy, but I'm committed. And so I'm going to do everything I can to broadcast this to you right now. So I am going to talk about this mostly in the context of meditation because that's where I've been most noticing it lately. But the thing is, this is relevant to you if you're a marketer. This is relevant to you if you're in a relationship, if you desire a relationship. And what I really want you to hear is that sometimes just a small change, you can actually just sense a small change, or you can create a small change and it'll create a big result. So let me start with something tangible and then go into the esoteric. So as an online marketer, most of my business is online, and that means that people find me through opt-in pages and things like that. So if you're an online marketer watching this too, you'll know what I mean when I say the conversion rate on a page can completely change if you literally change the color of the opt-in button. The click here, access now type of button. Change it from blue to red and the opt-in rate goes up 40%. Or, make another small tweak. Maybe change your opt-in from an audio thing to a video thing. Opt-in rate goes up 20%. These seemingly small changes can actually create a profound, measurable difference. Okay, so that's an example of something in something more physical that you can relate with. What I want to share with you is something energetic. So sometimes when we're doing meditations, and I'll speak for myself, sometimes when I'm doing meditations, I have that same drive as many of us, the ambitious woman drive, where I'm I want it now. And so even though I teach the technique in meditation that I call emotional cultivation, where you're cultivating the emotions of what you want, Journey Jill, I just saw your comment, profound, measurable difference, exactly. So, sometimes I'll be meditating and it's I just really want this thing to happen. And so I teach manifesting, I do manifesting. So much of it is energetic, namely 66 or more % of a manifested result is energetic. And so if you're missing the energetic side of that, then you are missing a big part of the formula and you're probably working harder than you have to, but that's a sidebar. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because a lot of the work that I do is in the energetic and aligning myself to the energetic component and patterning of the result that I desire. And so a lot of it happens with my eyes closed in the meditative state. And what I've learned about that process is that sometimes in hindsight, the biggest results in my life happen when I look back on it and I'm in that meditative state and I just feel a small shift in my mood, in my energy, in my temperament, in my vibration, in my consciousness. It's I go from kind of tense and impatient to spacious and easeful. And so it's shifts like that. And a small shift like that in my meditation and in my temperament, actually, if you map it out and you fast forward into the future and you look back at the connections, that's the kind of thing that turns into a massive money manifestation, a new client, a new opportunity. That's the kind of thing that turns into I get referrals all the time, a new referral or something like that. If you're in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship, that's the kind of thing that has your significant other go from being kind of disconnected and standoffish and in their own space to like very attentive and like, what can I get you? What can I do for you? I'm so happy to see you, and like affectionate and present and adoring. It's small tweaks like that, and they don't come from like big conversations. They don't come from like big marketing campaigns. They don't come from these big actions, although those things are great too, and those things need to happen sometimes. But I just want to bring a presence to this thing that we underestimate so much, which is the small shift, the small energetic shift inside of us, or a small tweak or a small shift you can do inside your marketing or your business that will actually make such a big difference. Here's another small shift. I recently brought someone new onto my team, and we're moving some of the assistant tasks over to her to handle. And again, small shift, but it's created so much space inside the company for the people who were doing those tasks to now do other things that are making, like for example, there are things that one of my team members was doing that I handed over to this new assistant. And this particular team member is now going into my client base and doing what we call cash injection strategy calls with all my clients, because she's very different from me in that she has a very analytical mind. I am blessed with more of like a visionary big picture mind, which is I think one of the reasons why my company has grown so big. And so there's strengths and weaknesses, right? Again, tangent, not going to go into that right now. But what that small tweak did of offloading her plate onto someone else's, that's their zone of genius, that's what they're excited about, and giving her more space, she opened up with the idea of, hey, what if we offer this added value to your clients? And now my clients are magically finding, $1,500 they didn't know was there, or realizing that there's the $17,000 strategy that they can do right now that is like a complement to the coaching that they're getting in Maya, Money Alignment Yoga Academy with me. So it's stuff like this. Small shift, small tweak creates a big result, not just for me, but for other people too. It's affecting so many lives right now. And so I want to invite you to look inside your life and notice where you're putting a ton of pressure on yourself, or a ton of pressure on someone else, or a ton of pressure on a certain marketing campaign or a page or something like that, a strategy that you're running, and where you can actually shift your attention and intention to a small shift, a small thing that you can do inside your energetic system where you feel a difference inside your energy, like you feel your heart open, or you feel your mood lift, or you can make a small tweak on a page. And here's the key. This is the biggest thing. If you take one thing away from this call or this conversation, I hope it's this. It's that you let that be enough. You let it be enough. You don't beat yourself up. You don't try to do more and do more and do more and do more. You let that small shift be enough, and then you pause, and then you wait, and you watch, and you reap the harvest of what happens. Now, what will start to happen is that you'll sensitize yourself to that small shift, so that when it happens again in the future, you'll notice it, and it's like you're training yourself to notice what kind of shifts work for you and what that small shift feels like, and it's like you start to notice the patterns, and when you do that, you can create more of that. You can do it again, you can replicate it, you can do it over and over and over, which means you can replicate those results and only get bigger and grow from there in your life and in your results and all of that. Isn't that exciting? And that's one of the ways that I like to in my life and teach my clients how to optimize and work smarter and not harder. So let me look at some of the comments here. Hello, Heather. And by the way, if you know anyone who this topic would resonate with, then go ahead and hit the share button and comment below with their name. And either way, you can hit the share button or comment below with their name so that they can see this too, so that they can be a part of this conversation. Because I just know, like, when I had this revelation for myself, it was like mind-blowing. It was absolutely mind-blowing. So I want that for other people too. And then the final thing I will say on this topic is that if you want a little extra support in learning what these shifts feel like, or how to sensitize yourself to a shift like this, then that's exactly the kind of thing that you would do in an intensive with me. So there's 4 spots available in my Body Wisdom intensives. And that's basically where we get together. We really dive in to your 2019-2020 prosperity plan, which we retrieve through your Body Wisdom, which we do through a specific practice. We reprogram your energy blueprint. And then from there, we put together the plan of what's going to support you in creating the results that you want over the next 12 months. So that would be the thing to do if you're resonating with this conversation, you want to learn more, and you are really ready and committed to take it to the next level with your life and your business over the next 12 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in this thread for you to check out the page. There's many videos and testimonials and things like that of people who've done the Body Wisdom Intensive with me and had life-changing results. So I'll put that here. Kathy says, I love Let It Be Enough. I'm so glad that landed. All right, you guys, so I'm so happy that the technology cooperated and worked with us here tonight. Thank goodness. And I will see you next week for Dharma Talk Tuesday here on this page, 6 o'clock Pacific. And in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and blessing, and I will talk to you then. Bye.